Hello? I'm sitting here under a tree trunk, under the soft rain, not very hard. I'm Michelson. Finally, today we resume the reading of this divine document. The powerful letters of the universal spirit, the divine consciousness, manifested to the entire world in the third millennium. There are 9 letters. From August 19 through September 15, I read letter 1. Please refer to the initial video which I published on this same channel, August 19, where I refer to the origin and the objectives of the letters. Today we start reading letter 2. After this reading of today, and perhaps an extra reading over the weekend, I will go on reading an excerpt daily from Mondays through Fridays and an extra excerpt over the weekends until I finish reading the 9 letters. Excerpt 1 of letter 2, which we will read today, covers the following essentially: the context and purpose of the letter, the fact that the evangelists were enabled to record faithfully what Jesus of Nazareth tried to teach more or less 2020 years ago, and that as a consequence it is necessary to try again to teach the truth of existence and that which lies in the universal dimension, that which lives, albeit hidden, within every single person. Thank you for being today. Enjoy the reading. Letter 2, Excerpt 1. Context and purpose of the letter. The evangelists were unable to record faithfully what Jesus tried to teach. It is necessary to try to teach the truth once again. This letter should be pondered rather than read. I am the Christ. While I operate from the highest realms of divine creative consciousness, my influence encircles your world. Speaking metaphorically, I am as distant in consciousness from your world as your sun is distant from earth. Yet if you call on me sincerely, I am as close to you as is necessary to help you. There will be many who will be unable to receive these letters. Such people are not yet ready for them. There will be those who will try to stifle their existence, since the teachings will be threatening their livelihood or religion. They will not succeed. These letters will be strengthened by opposition. There will be those who will receive these letters with joy, since in their souls they have known that beyond the religions of the world has been truth, the reality of existence. These are the people who will prosper and will eventually save the world from self-annihilation. I will now take up my autobiography from where I left off in my last letter. My purpose in giving you some of the biographical details of my entrance into public life as teacher and healer is to bring alive for you my youthful attitudes and behavior, the circumstances of my attaining my own state of spiritualized humanhood. It is important that you should be able to visualize Palestine as it was when I was on earth, and clearly see the inner conflicts which my teachings aroused in the people indoctrinated in the Jewish beliefs and traditional rites. These conflicts lie at the heart of the evangelists' inability to record accurately all that I try to teach them. In the Gospels, there are frequent references to my parables describing the reality of the kingdom of heaven or kingdom of God, whichever term the evangelists used. but nowhere has any attempt been made to reach into the words themselves, explore the figures of speech, or lift out the spiritual meaning of the kingdom of God or heaven. As I speak of my true sermons given to the people, you will, in the light of my experiences in the desert and of your own knowledge of scientific facts, be able to understand at last a little of what I was attempting to teach at that time. Since I was largely unsuccessful, it is imperative another attempt should be made to do so at the beginning of this age, this millennium, since it is on my privileged, highest spiritual knowledge and insight that the next age will be founded and developed. It was and is essential for a teacher such as I and others have been, supersensitive and wholly committed mentally and emotionally to the search for truth of existence, to come to earth to coin words to describe to people on earth, imprisoned in words, what lies in the creative universal dimension in an informed state. Were it not for such inspired teachers, people on earth would have remained in ignorance of all that lies beyond the earth, ready for contact, to be personally experienced and absorbed to promote future spiritual evolution. Not only this, the Bible is said to be the most widely read book in the world. In its present form, it has served its purposes. The New Testament, as it stands, with all its baggage of misinterpretation, is a deterrent to spiritual evolution. It is now time to move forward into a new realm of mystical perception and understanding. Since it is impossible for me to descend into human body again to speak to the world, and I have other dimensions to whom I minister, I have trained a sensitive soul to receive and transcribe these letters. It is the nearest I can do to talking to you personally. I hope you will be able to receive and accept this. Whatever is erroneous is erased. You may be sure of this. The incidents and healings told in the following pages are not important. They happened, but they are given only to enable you to understand their true spiritual meaning. I want you, as you read, to relate the conditions of 2020 years ago to your present life and times. I want you to regard the persona of Jesus as an icon of what can eventually be achieved by every human being who is ready and willing to become a founder member of the kingdom of heaven on earth. All the people of your present world are what you call sophisticated, big-headed in their modern knowledge and learning, versed in contemporary manners, and in new ways of relating one to another. Basically, the people all those years ago were the same as yourselves. They were controlled and motivated entirely by their twin impulses of bond and rejection, desires, repulsions, even as you are. They loved, hated, criticized, condemned, slandered and gossiped, possessed ambitions to rise to the top of society, despised those who were failures in life, secretly slept around, as you call it, and taunted those who were different in any way to themselves. To help you fully understand and enter into my time on earth, my consciousness has descended to your plane of earthly existence to experience yet again the persona of Jesus and the emotions and events in which I was involved. Hello? So how do you like the reading? The Spirit reminds us that the letters came about because it has come back once again to try to teach us the truth of existence. And why so? Because the real teaching of Jesus of Nazareth was not recorded in the Gospel. Remember that Jesus derived this teaching from his totally wondrous experience in the desert, about which the Gospels say nothing, not a single word. And this teaching is the very same teaching of the truth of human existence that these letters explain in great detail. If you're curious about or want more information about why was that the evangelists were unable to record the teachings of Jesus faithfully, please refer to videos 5 and 6 which I published on this same channel in August. In those videos I read excerpts 5 and 6 of letter 1 respectively. And the full text of the excerpts appears below each video in the respective video description box. Maybe over the weekend or Monday we will read excerpt 2. Jesus arrives in his mom's home in Nazareth after returning from the desert. The coming together of these two extraordinary beings is totally beautiful, moving. Okay? Thanks so much for being here today. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the button below. And give me a like if you like this video. And thanks for sharing with friends. Well, I'll see you later, alligators. Love you all. I truly do.